Good morning. Are you a little child? Are you like a little kid? Do you know anything about shapes? Circles, squares, triangles. Do you think you could make those shapes with your body? Well, we're going to show you this morning how to make shapes with your body, okay? The first thing we're going to do is we're going to settle ourselves down and we're going to bring all our attention to what we're doing right now. We're not going to think about our friends or what's for lunch or what's on TV. We're just going to do our yoga and make shapes with our body, okay? So let's take a big deep breath together. And as we exhale, let's relax and release. And let's find ourselves right here, right now, in this very moment. Let's find ourselves right here, right now. And we're going to start our little class by making the sound of Om. Think of the letters O, H, and M. And when we put them together, they make a lovely word, Om. So we'll do that now as we exhale. Inhale. Om. Wasn't that fun? Okay, so whenever you feel anxious or you're worried or you just don't feel good, just do a few ohms and see how it makes you feel. Okay, so the first of our poses, we're going to make the shape of a line. Just a line, just a straight line. Let's see how straight you can make yourself. Stand against the wall. And we'll keep our hands by our body first. See how straight your body can be. Pull your knees up, pull your belly button in, and then we lift our hands up over our head. Maybe even clasping the hands together, pointing our fingers up. Push down into your heels, press your back against the wall, and make a lovely straight line. Can you be any straighter at all than that? Can you make your side body longer, your front body longer, your back body? Make the back of your legs long, make the front of your legs long. Are you getting tired? Okay, let's go back to this one. Good. You made a lovely line there. We could make a line lying on the floor too. Let's try that one. We're going to lay down on our mat and just the same way, take your arms over your head, stretch into your heels, stretch into your fingertips, make everything longer. Feel your skin stretching over your body and make your muscles really, really long. Drop your belly button into the floor and then release. I think I'm 3 inches taller now. Let's come back up. Now we're going to stand again. We're going to stand with our back against the wall. Now, if we bent that line, maybe we could make the shape of a crescent. You know the way in moons sometimes it's like the shape of a crescent. Let's go to the right. I'm your mirror, so I'm doing the opposite. Let's bend our body all the way over like this. And push your hip out to the side. So you're pushing your left hip out to the side and bend all the way over. Think about a lovely moon making this shape. Every month, the moon will make this shape. You should look up at the moon and see, is it a crescent shape? You're getting tired? Let's come back up again. Good. Take a big inhale when you're in your line shape. And then bend your line all the way over to make a crescent shape to the left. Push your hip to the right and breathe. Big deep breaths. See if you can hold your body still in a crescent shape. Almost done. One more breath. And then come back up. Let's release our hands. That was fun, wasn't it? So next one, we're going to make a rectangle. You know, remember a rectangle shape? It's like a long pulled out square box shape. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come down on the floor like this, and we're going to lift our knees and wriggle your toes back until you feel like, is this like a rectangle shape? Stretch through the top of your head, stretch back into your heels, press down into your hands, and imagine that your belly was on a big ball at the beach, one of those big beach balls. And the ball is there between your belly and the ground. Are you breathing? Are you getting tired? Let's put our knees on the ground. Okay, that was a really good shape, but I think we could even make it better. So if you had like a chair in your house, you could put that behind you, and you might put your feet up on that chair like this, and then see if you could make an even better rectangle shape. Push down into your hands, stretch back into your heels. Now imagine you still have that beach ball between your belly and the floor. And just gaze between your hands, take a big deep breath. Good, and release. But before I finish doing this, let's watch Sutadhara. Let's give him a chance to get into his lovely rectangle shape. Oh, I love that. Look at the lovely straight line, his arms, his back and legs. That's really good. I think he must be really good at math. Good man, Sutadhara. That is a lovely rectangle. Very nice. So now, if we have a rectangle, what else could we have? I know, a triangle. I'm going to make a triangle shape. So we could use this pose to make a triangle shape. See if you can lift your hips and your bottom up into the air and stretch your arms really long and press your heels down to the floor. Maybe pull your belly button in a little bit. Spread your shoulders out. See if that looks like a triangle shape. Let's hold it for 3 long deep breaths and keep trying to make it like a really nice triangle shape. Big deep breaths. And it feels really good. I like this one. I can feel like a triangle in this. And then I'm going to come up high on my toes and float down on the knees. Good. That one made me feel so happy. I want to do it again. Do you want to do it again, Sutadhara? Okay, let's place our hands. We turn our toes, lift the knees, lift your bottom up into the air as though somebody had hooked your bottom up to the sky and you lift it way up. But then you're going to press your heels down to stay on the ground. Now, if you're this way, that's not going to be fun. You want to push the floor down and away and come back into your feet. And try to imagine the shape of a triangle. We'll take one more breath. And then release. Come back down. I think that might be my favorite shape. And I can think of another way to make the shape of a triangle. I'm going to show you how to do that. So if you could stand again at the wall like this, and then maybe take your hands in front and bend your knees, and then step your feet really, really wide. I have the wall right there behind me. I'm going to turn my feet to the right. I'm your mirror, so I'm going to the left. You're turning your feet to the right. We're going to exhale over that right leg all the way, and I'm going to put my right hand on my shin, and I'm going to put that left hand up there on the wall. Did I make the shape of a triangle again? Can you see my triangle? I'm going to try and hold this and make my triangle shape better so that you can see it. If you look really closely, I've got 2 hidden triangles inside my triangle. Can you see them? Can you make them yourself? I'm going to take one more breath until you see that. And then I'm going to come back up. Oh, I love that pose. I'm going to do it on the other side. Let's do it on the other side, Sutadhara. Let's turn our feet now over to the left. We'll open our arms out wide. And then exhale, move over your left foot. Over your left foot. Reach towards your body. Reach way out there towards your body. And then turn left hand down and right hand. Now, if I lay my body all the way back on the wall, I can flatten my whole body in to make a really good triangle shape. I hope you can see my triangle shape because I can really feel it. I can feel like a triangle. I got a pointy top, I got a point on there, a point back there. I'm going to flatten my triangle even more. And then I have my two hidden triangles. Can you see them? I have one in here and one between my legs there. And then I'm going to release and come back up. Great, let's step our feet together. I feel good after that one. I know another shape. This shape, I know you all know this one. It's the star shape. So I'm going to make a little shy star first. I'm going to open my legs out like this and stretch out into my fingers and stretch up into the top of my head. And imagine light coming out of my fingertips and out of my feet, and maybe a little bit of light out of the top of my head. Good. And because I'm doing my yoga, my little star here is starting to feel really, really good and energetic. So now I'm going to have more energy. Oh, it feels good. Stretching out into my fingers. Do this with me and imagine that you're a star shape. Oh, here's the most energetic one. Boom, out into the air. Stretch out into your star shape. Let's take 3 breaths here. And every time you breathe out, feel your arms and your legs getting longer. Feel the light coming from you out into the world. Think about a friend you might have out there that you'd love to send your light to. Send it to them now. As you exhale, send your light out to your friend. Oh, that was so fun. Let's release. Let's come back out. I think I know a few other ways to make like a star shape. We'll do that half moon. So we're going to just turn like this with our right foot in front. Right foot in front. Remember we did the triangle? So from the triangle, we're going to bend the front knee. We're going to take this right hand way out there in front, way out, and at the same time, lift your back leg and lay against the wall. I kind of feel like a star here too, shining as bright as I can. Stretch out into your little star. This pose is really called half moon, but it can work as a star too. Good. Let's take 2 more breaths. Use the wall, lay it back on the wall. And then to come out of it, we'll bend that front knee and stretch the left leg back, straighten your knee, press against the wall and come back up. Great, so I was whispering to you that that's really called half moon pose, but it does feel kind of like a star. And sometimes at night when you look into the sky, the moon is kind of like a really bright star. Let's do the other side. Step wide, turn your feet to the left. Big inhale, and on the exhale, reach over that left side. Left hand down, right hand up. Remember triangle, and the triangle can help us to get to the next part. We're going to bend that left knee. Keep your hand close to the wall, but don't squash yourself. And then when you place your hand on the ground, try to line your thumb up with your little toe. And then lay against the wall. Stretch out into that back leg. Stretch up into the top hand and breathe. You might think again about somebody that you'd love to send a little light to. Maybe your grandmom. Maybe you have somebody that you know that might not be feeling well. Take a big breath and send them your loving light. Great. Let's bend that front knee, stretch that right leg back, and then straighten your front knee. Turn your feet, and we'll come back together. I'm starting to feel lots of energy from these shapes. I have one more star pose that I kind of like, and we're going to sit down. Sometimes this is called a boat pose. So a good way to get into it is to sit like this, and then pull your feet in, and grab onto your big toes. Hold your big toes with the first two fingers of each hand, and then close over with your thumbs. Lift your feet off the ground. You ready? You ready to send that light out into the world? Big inhale. And on the exhale, shine your light. Great, shine your light. Lift your heart up. Stretch your heels out. Maybe drop your head back. Look up. Imagine that you are looking into the night sky. Close your eyes and see all of the stars sparkling, shining. Good. See if you can see your star shining and sparkling. And all your friends. And then open your eyes, take your head back to center, and close your little star. Keep that energy, a little bit of energy for yourself too. Let's straighten our legs out. Good. So now, a circle. How to make a circle with your body. Let's try this one. And it's also called child's pose. So you can sit on your heels and just drop your head down and drop your arms down. Tuck your chin, tuck your forehead all the way in. And try to imagine a circle shape with your body. I think mine is kind of like an oval shape. But let's just try and make it as good a circle as we can. And then release, we come back up. Another way we could do it, we could sit like this. And we could take our feet off the floor and wrap our arms around like this and tuck your chin down and make a little ball. He looks like a little ball. You look like a little ball over there. Roll to a little ball. And
shape public.
That ball is fun. Her ball is rolling all over the place. So then, what else? What other poses could we do to make shapes? How about a table? I love a table. So here's the table. You can make a table like this one. And you want to make your table so nice that somebody could drink their cup of tea without spilling their tea. See if your mom or dad would make a cup of tea and put it on your table. If your table's like this or like this, they're going to spill their tea. That's one way. Here's another way. Here's another way. Put our feet like this. We'll open the feet a little bit. And then we're going to put our hands here and push down into our heels and lift our hips and look behind us and see if they could put their teacup on here without spilling it. If I'm like this, it's going to spill. If I'm too high, it's going to spill. But if I'm just nice flat table shape, and then release, sit back down. That reminded me of one of my other favorite shapes, the square. Oh my God, the square shape. I have the best way of making a square shape. Come on and try this one. This one's really fun. So I'm going to turn our mats this way for this. Or should we use them at all? Oh, we will. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to stand in front of the wall And we're going to place our hands on the wall and we'll step our feet back and look at our square shape. Sometimes we need somebody else to look at our square shape. So I'm not picking on you, Siddhar, but if his legs were slanted back, he'd have to step a couple of inches closer so that this is a nice straight line. He's got a lovely straight line that way. And then he's got a lovely straight line from this hip all the way to his hand. And then the wall has a lovely straight line all the way down. And then the floor has a lovely straight line. So he has got a really good square shape. I'm going to try and make that square shape over here. So if you're not sure if you're making a good shape, ask your friend or your mom, look at me, Mom. Is this the shape of a square? And it feels so good and your back gets a really nice stretch. One more nice square shape. So we could put our hands on the floor and walk the feet up the wall and see if you could make a square shape that way. Nice straight lines, just the same thing. I'm going to look at you, Siddhar. So do you think he's making a square shape? I think it's pretty good. And release. Oh, that was so much fun. I really enjoyed making shapes. Let's sit back down now and relax. So we're going to do the last pose. It's called Shavasana. It's a lovely name. It means you can just relax because you've done your yoga for today. And it's kind of like that lion pose, but it's a relaxed one. So let's relax our body. You're just going to lay down and you're going to drop your hands out to the side and drop your feet out to the side. And that's it. And if you can count, see how many poses we did today. As you relax, let's think. We did the line, straight line. We did the crescent. We did a rectangle, a triangle, a square, a circle, a star, and a table. Remember the table? So let's see how many breaths we could take. Let's take 8 long, deep breaths. And each time you find yourself exhaling, relax and release. Maybe for the first breath, relax your arms. And the second breath, relax just your legs. And the third breath, relax just your back and your bottom. And the fourth breath, relax your chest and your belly. And the fifth breath, let's relax everything about your head, your neck and your face. Let your face be smiling, relaxed face. And then for the last few breaths, see if you can relax all your emotions. You know what emotions are? Relax your emotions and your heart. Feel as though that lovely smile that's on your face could come to your heart as well. And that all your emotions were turning into lovely, happy emotions. And just stay with that. Feel as though everything inside of you was happy, relaxed. And that's the shape of happy. That's the shape of peace. Right now, the way you are right now. And then start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And start to move your arms a little and your legs. And then bend your knees and roll to your right side. And then just come back up. And come back into a nice, comfortable, cross-legged sitting place with your hands together in front of your heart. So remember that sound we made in the beginning, that Om, the letters O-H-M. We're Going to do that once more. And then think about somebody out there that you sent your light to. Somebody, a friend, maybe somebody who's sad, or maybe somebody who's sick. And this time we're going to send them our ohms. See it like floating through the air, floating to your friend. Inhale. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I smile. Namaste, my friends. Do some yoga, do some shapes.